Welcome back to the Death Needs Dialogue Entertainment Network. And if you wouldn't mind, let me bend your ear for just a moment. It is with a heavy heart that I have to inform you that two of our members have decided to leave the table. Sheena, one of our OGs, creator of Asta Fireheart, better known as Nani, and Heidi, creator of Galus and most recently Lex. We will remember and miss all the great role-playing we had, and the great laughs we shared. We wish them well in their future gaming, and all the best. However, the game must go on. So, without further ado, I bring to you The Se2Ep10, Season 2, Episode 10, A Wedding, a Birthday, and a Funeral. Part A.
One of my characters didn't quite make it to even past.
I'm supposed to be a protector.
That was a very old episode.
I'm a cleric.
Okay.
I'm a Twilight Domain cleric.
And I tried to punish you in a fun way.
You
Did
got
you
much
have
healing in
fun?
your face.
that was a great
So
time.
exactly, we got
Hope
to
you're not
kill
hoping to
him
be a healer.
twice.
I do some healing, but that's not. I'm not.
Clerics don't heal.
Yeah.
They're not real healers.
I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the games we played with Riley, he had a character that died in the first one.
Is it the one where we lynched him?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
But in
I
addition,
think you
more to
mentioned
that,
that.
when he had come out of the merchant's shop,
After putting us all
After
to sleep, yes.
putting us all to sleep and a whole bunch of things being stolen because nobody was there. Well, we're going to do magic again, and they were all prepared. They were waiting. So 15 guards had 15 ranged attacks, obliterated them, right? Albeit a lot of them missed, and I was like, if he survives this. But that happened, and then he succeeded on his death saves, came back, they healed him enough to hang him the next day.
Yep.
And it was sort of a punishment of how he conducted himself in the merchant shop.
Oh,
at the
more
same
than just
time,
that.
Disrespectful.
It was so much more than that.
at the same time, we all had a blast killing this man twice. It was great.
Yep.
And Tanith was not an Oathbreaker this time. He was
Oath of Vengeance? I think that was OG Tanith.
like the very first iteration of Tanith. And Tanith was like, yeah, kill him.
We got
That's
through.
not my problem.
Perfect.
We
I
got
don't know who this
through.
guy is.
We got through one mission, I think, and then we went to stop at a store, and I was
Yep.
just like,
Oh, the Oath of
That's
Vengeance
right.
Paladin
Yeah.
is just such a
Oh,
good
man.
paladin.
It was actually
This Tanith is a complex.
we made it a lot of it
Works.
made it a lot of fun.
that was good.
But my like fun Tanith for me is
So-
my Oath.
Sometimes you just gotta throw a little chaos.
So it's like our Gauntlet Tanith.
Yeah,
He is so much fun because Hellish Rebuke is a great spell,
it is, isn't it?
and he's super spicy and tanky.
Oh, Hellish Rebuke when you're in Malik.
It's like, oh no, you take 5d8 fire damage.
I'm gonna get some minis out and ready in case I need to grab them because you guys do something crazy.
Never.
Oh,
Never do
here's a
crazy
question,
stuff.
Kale.
Yeah, question.
The last Gauntlet we did, we never actually finished it.
No, we didn't. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was a 3-way race, but I think like me, Zach, and Heidi.
Yeah, it was that.
Oh,
was,
you're the only one left, so you win.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
The other players are disqualified due to not being able to attend.
So I'll put Gauntlet 10 to 18 then.
Yep, no, seriously, put Gauntlet 10 at 18. Oh, we gotta play another Gauntlet.
Yes.
That's a level 18 Paladin.
Yeah.
Where
That's-
does everyone else play at?
Every new player comes in at level 15.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're still up.
That's still
You're-
fucking-
and I mean you have to be like usually it's very important people like you were a king or you were the best thief or you were the best assassin or something like that. But it's up to you. And your god has taken you and placed you in this arena to defend his honor
Mm-hmm.
or for some ulterior motive.
Yeah.
And that's it.
3 levels difference.
Yeah, but it's big though. Those levels, I've seen it happen. He just, not to mention he's a paladin. It's
Yeah,
hard,
that's what I mean. It's
hard
hard
to overcome a level 18 paladin.
See, I want to play a Tempest Spirit at one point. I want the multi-class with Wizard or Sorcerer. I can't remember which one. That way my fireballs could be lightning balls.
Lightning balls of fire.
I just couldn't come up with a character for anything, and then I was like, I'm just gonna try a class that I don't have any interest in. And then I was like, actually, a Twilight Cleric sounds kind of cool.
I think the last
Like,
cleric
you
I
remember
played was
D&D,
at
healers
first.
don't really heal.
Hmm.
It's after the battle usually. Heal.
It's more of like a
Yeah.
like a support And like
You want to punch the other guy down before they get to punch you. Healing is just
Exactly.
broken in D&D because if you made it too strong, no one would die ever.
They'll make it
They
too
made it
weak.
too weak, and so
And then they made it up to rolling enchant, which makes it
but it's still weak though.
yeah.
And if you want to actually heal, you beat through it.
Yeah, the last cleric I played was a war cleric.
We really need to start.
Fuck,
buying more
didn't he
potions.
hit hard?
What opportunity?
You guys haven't had an opportunity.
We
Yeah.
had a long
This
time.
was, I had it in the dice to
I don't even have money.
if it randomly came up that you guys would hit like another ship, but they would be merchants, you would need to do some trading.
Yeah.
But you guys rolled other terrible things.
Yeah, goblin
Goblin submarine.
goblin whale marine, submarine.
I have 448 gold.
I have nothing.
You don't need stuff.
You do have a platinum. It was given
Oh,
to
do
you
I?
by the captain.
Oh, I have platinum.
Yeah, you have platinum.
Wow.
It was given to your guy.
What's that? 100 gold?
10 gold.
10 gold. Whatever.
Still 10 gold. You're everything is basically. We're not gonna give it.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about it. It's actually
What?
I actually have money. I didn't realize it. Beardo doesn't think he has money.
He thinks it's a
Just a
silver
present.
piece.
Yeah.
He probably thinks it's a silver piece.
I've never seen platinum before, so there we go. I didn't know it's actually money. That was a
Okay.
gift. I
Yeah,
like
it's just not something that you think about. You're all about
that.
magic,
No one, yeah,
rage,
yeah,
magic.
no one has asked me like that for never pay for anything. I just do.
Don't because they don't want to.
That's
It's like, no, you tell him. But he's stealing. No, I'm not talking to him. Just let him have it.
He doesn't realize. Let's let him not realize forever.
If he takes it, he might leave.
Yeah, then you just give him what he wants and he'll leave.
Make it scary. Just give him what he wants.
You're so mean.
Excellent.
We're not
That's
mean, we're
good. Good
realistic.
stuff. So, let's get down to business, guys. Here we are. It's been a while, but we're back for the Depths of Fell Fan, episode 10. Episode 10. Continuing the last episode
Perfect.
from where our characters left off in Sky High Island.
Uh-oh.
But before we get to that, big congratulations to Riley succeeding on this year's classes at university. And one of the top of his class, no less. And yeah, congrats, buddy.
Thank you very much.
And a big welcome to Keely.
Yeah.
She's joining us for Depths of Fell
I
Fan.
immediately forget my name.
Unfortunately, it's going to be the last one for a little while until our buddy Riley gets back from his co-op and up in Cape Breton there. But we will wait. We will wait. But we're going to get her in anyway, so she's here and can't run away, and can't leave. So she has to come back, and we'll go from there. And of course, our OG at the table, Tanith, George over there.
I'm still here. Can't get rid of me that easily.
They literally can't get rid of it.
And our host for the night, Scott, everybody,
Mm.
playing Beardo. And it'll be good to get back into this, guys.
I miss
So-
Beardo.
Everybody's favorite bumbling barbarian. If
So-
Winnie the Pooh got mad.
Pretty much.
Except it's the t-shirt, it's just the loincloth. Yeah, big red loincloth.
Yep.
I wear purple wizard robes. Thank you very much.
Tied around
And my
your
pointy
waist like a
hat
backpack.
that doesn't exist in this world.
No, you can have it.
Why? It's not a wizard's hat, you know. But to me,
Yeah.
it's a wizard's hat.
I can
Yeah.
imagine they're just tied around your waist like a bath towel. 'cause
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta put them on properly. Looks like a kilt almost.
On
You
top
just
of
don't have the
wizard
top. You don't have the top on. It's
He just
hanging
ripped the
down.
pants in half, so it's kind of like a war kilt.
Yeah. Or if you watch Bleach when Yamamoto takes his kimono off top.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
exactly.
that on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's awesome how I can make Bleach references you guys get them. You are my new
I think I need to start watching Bleach then.
Bleach is solid.
I've watched so much anime. I have not
Thousand
watched
Year
Bleach.
Blood War is amazing. It's the
I only
newest
watched
arc.
a bit of
is.
it. I haven't.
It is. Thousand Year Blood
I've
Wars.
So good.
The animation's beautiful. Sorry, sidetrack.
No, hey man, this is all gamer shit. Yeah. I was just gonna say also, the only one I really watched, the guy with the tattoo on his neck, I can't remember
Berserk?
the name of it. Yeah, that one. I
Berserk
watched
was
that
good.
one from start to finish. That was pretty
Yeah.
decent. Yeah.
The newer movies are stay true to the manga.
Okay.
Whereas like the old anime was that
Garbage.
veered way off.
So
like
you're
that.
telling me
It's
that
not
there's
great.
movies?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And they actually tell the proper story.
Oh my god.
You guys got Crunchyroll, watch Solo Leveling.
Oh, it's
It's
good.
fucking
It's
amazing.
good. It. I mean,
Soul leveling.
Solo Leveling.
Solo leveling.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. The animation carried it heavy, but it wasn't a bad story.
I'm sorry, I thought that was pretty good. Even animation
Let's see,
with
what
the
am I
animation.
watching?
I thought the story was
Honestly,
pretty good.
Good.
I mean, there's
Good.
so many.
I need something to jump into.
There's
That's
a lot of
perfect.
animes
Okay,
that
good.
are
Yeah.
just already like that. Like the
I
first-
know there's.
I think the first one that was like that was Sword Art Online, and I could be wrong. Guarantee there's probably something before that, but that's the first one I remember.
There's a few like that, but I just, yeah, the idea that was behind this was
Oh,
kinda
it
cool.
was good. Yeah.
All right. So where we left off last game, everybody.
Murder.
Salazar was. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Getting way ahead of myself. We have to roll for your stats. One of my most favorite parts of the game. So you need
Okay.
40.
Some.
So
dying now.
Yeah, I
Here we
love
go. Do you
rolling
need some dice?
stats.
Do you need-
Yeah, I did roll for stats at home just in case, but I can re-roll them.
Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
like to use
For
these
DOF,
D6s?
we roll the table.
Yeah,
It's all
thank
about.
you.
That's what it's
I
all
had them
about.
just in case because obviously I didn't know. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just do stats and then
Of course, good to be prepared.
obviously fine. Write them down.
Call them out as it goes too.
So it's 6-4-4-4.
All right, just
14.
the total.
14.
Oh,
That's solid.
No.
That's good. That's
So
good.
I'm doing all 4 of them?
No, yeah, drop the lowest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
So
14.
it's still 14. Okay. I don't know math.
It's
The reason
not
why I
a
write them all
failure.
down
I
is so that I
got
can
you.
go in the calculator afterwards and add them all together.
I got
Oh,
you.
gosh.
Okay, 14.
Nice. Yeah, 92 or 6.
Hey, fantastic, Kate. Good
Congratulations.
job. Yeah.
651. So
By the way,
that's
big
12.
thanks to Kate. Also,
So,
with us tonight. Thank you very
12.
much.
Thank you, sir.
I
Just
cooking
cups.
for you guys. I like the snacks.
Oh yeah, your snacks are always delicious. Thank you very much.
What was the last one? Was it
I
a
wish I knew
6?
charcuterie that well.
What?
What was the last one?
12.
12. Okay, good.
12 again. 6,
Yep.
3, and 3.
Yep. 14, 12, 12.
That's 11?
4, 4, and 3. Yeah, that's 11.
11, okay.
Here's open for 16.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a 15.
Oh, 15's not bad.
Oh, I
15's pretty good.
saw the terrible end of that.
There's 2 6s and a 3, so 15. That's
Okay.
not bad. Oh.
What's that now?
12.
Oh, no, 12.
No, 12 again, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
12. Nothing below 10 though, so that's good.
I thought it was 2 6s and another 3. I'm like, oh, another 15.
13.
13's not bad.
Oh, it's
Okay.
very well rounded here. How many is that? 6? Okay,
Yeah,
one
that's
more,
all of them.
one more and drop the lowest.
I mean, yeah, don't have really bad lows this far.
Oh, there's a 1.
Oh boy.
Oh no, there it is.
Good
That's
start.
10.
Oh,
10.
there you
No,
go.
wait, sorry. Hold on. 11.
Regardless,
So it's
there
the
you go.
same as my
Yeah.
lowest.
Yep.
Alright.
So you're dropping your lowest.
All right, so there you go. You got your stats. Very good stats to build off of. The
Oh, yeah.
14s. It's 2 14s, right?
I believe.
No, 14 and a 15.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so when you get that all done, I'm going to start asking you questions about your character, and then I can
Okay.
fill out your
Questions
proper
that might be suspicious.
player card.
Suspicious questions.
Oh my god, so we made cider in a smaller version of these?
Mm.
Completely forgot, well, I'll say I completely forgot about them. They've just been in the fridge, now they've been in the fridge a long time. Last fall, I opened one of them. It came out like champagne,
Oh,
right?
there
I
you go.
opened another one,
Voila.
like you do that, and it's like, uh-oh. There was no way to save it, rescue it. So I just forgot about it, right? I was downstairs, and, what, 2 days ago. In the morning, no, or in the middle of the night, red crack. What the hell was that? No idea. Check the fridge.
Top blew off.
The whole thing shattered, and it shattered
yeah.
the, I guess, glass. 'Cause
Okay.
This was still attached. Where this whole piece went up and hit the glass shelf above it and shattered that shelf.
Oh no.
The entire fridge was filled with glass.
Damn.
How do you figure out your passive perception? I always forget that. Hello.
You don't. No one's ever
It's just-
passively perceived.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just all your
I feel like
bonuses.
it's never relevant.
Whatever all your bonuses are to it. Yeah. So
Not more.
yours would be 14. Your passive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the sun begins to set, down behind the glade, its rays kind of shuttered in like lattice, shooting down onto the grass. Salazar, you lay upon the grass next to this beautiful woman in red hair. You can see hints
Don't
of
look at me.
elvish in her face and her ears, not overly, but you can see hints of elvish in that. And she's caressing you by the cheek, running her hands down your neck. And this is where we introduce Keely's character. Nymean Durkoth, please tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, as you said, I have red hair. What else should I say? I feel like I'm in the woods. I'm not being introduced in like this very like.
Oh, you're not in the
Here's
woods.
my,
You're
like,
in the glades.
Yeah,
Later.
okay. I just keep calling it the woods. Sorry, I'm not having a very like romantic and beautiful outlook on it.
Oh, it is incredibly romantic. You're in the middle of an orchard. There's orange and peach trees in lines.
Peach.
And yep, that's right.
Delicious.
And the sunlight is scattered in through on angles. It's very, very romantic.
Shame.
And as your hands begin to go further down this, how tall are you?
Oh, like six. Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
no, look, his Twitter pages.
I think I'm like 6'1".
Okay, this tall, dark-skinned figure. Some would call him a slaver.
I'm 6'5". Sorry, 6'5".
6'5". This tall man.
I'm not very tall. I'm like very, very average.
You would notice something about him.
Skin and bones.
I will let you continue. Salazar.
Nothing's happening.
What the?
I don't know where you think you're going with this, but we're gonna be here for a few hours if I think you're trying to do what you're trying to do. My heart only pumps once every 5 to 10 minutes.
Why?
Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm cold. I'm pretty much dead.
What happened? What are you? Why are you pretty much dead?
I'm a sorcerer. Traded my soul for things, and here we are.
Good a reason as any to be dead, I guess. Did you get the things you wanted when you traded your soul? Was it worth it?
No.
Hmm.
But here we are. Saving the family.
Jesus Christ, it's hard to hold that voice. I'll get there.
No worries.
Okay,
no worries.
Bertha.
Don't kill your vocal cords.
Your passive perception, both of you, hear a basket drop and feet scuttle through the grass away.
Ew, somebody was there? Gross.
Could I tell which direction it was from, or just random direction?
Roll perception.
No, wrong base.
Yeah, what was it? I mean, it was a person, because they were holding a basket.
And he said it's nighttime.
It
Right?
wouldn't just be like a
Yes.
cat.
That's
Oh,
cocked.
he fell.
And he fell.
That's nice. That is 23.
23?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, you see them as they run across the gap between the orange trees and the peach trees. The basket drops and
Oh my god, he's gonna die if you do that.
the basket drops and rolls. You can see fruit scatter across the ground, and you can see this this woman, brown hair, pretty short, human, dresses brown with a white kind of apron around it.
One of your friends.
Can I run off and go deal with her? And ask why she was there?
course you can,
interrupting
yeah.
my business.
So you do that. You easily catch up to the woman.
Why are you here?
Well, while I was here, I was picking fruit. I didn't mean to disturb you, ma'am.
Well, you have.
I'm very sorry, but I was at work, and you can do what you want on your business. I won't tell anybody.
Salazar's gonna quietly cast darkness around himself and slink at it.
Okay. Okay.
Big black
Yeah.
ball.
I have
My
300
shadow's
feet of dark
moving.
vision.
So
I would just
oh
see
my
you
God.
walking away anyway. I could just like I'm like aware that you've cast
no,
the
not
dark.
Darkness,
No,
darkness
no.
is magical darkness.
Okay,
So
see,
you
I
would-
wasn't sure.
You would specifically
Yeah,
see
and-
a random dark blob just going
And
through your vision.
even so, dark vision, I think you wouldn't see it at all because dark vision's only black and white. It would.
That's true. Yeah,
roll
it
perception,
is
though.
only-
Anyway.
Me?
Yeah. Roll perception.
16.
16. You do see a patch.
Yeah.
There, and it could be him. It could be seated. You're not sure what this person's capable of, but somebody's over there. And if
Somebody's
you do go
doing
back in the
something.
glade, you would notice that he is
Yeah.
no longer there.
I'm going to take a peek
That was close.
from the girl.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're all scattered about
Yeah,
the
well,
ground.
I'm picking one up.
Yep.
It's not her peach anymore.
No, technically not. You are the daughter of Nelder Durkot. This is clearly your peach.
Everything is mine. All of it. I'm allowed to have any peaches that I want.
Oh, I'm just thinking of that song.
Moving
Excellent.
through the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Fantastic. So that happens shortly. After that, we're going to move on over to where the lift is getting loaded up with supplies. And as that is happening over there, we have Tanith and Beardo. Beardo, you just talked 5 or 6 people
Mhm.
into coming onto the ship to
Yep.
when it
Join
happens.
the crew.
Yep. And
Join the crew.
that's right. Head hunting. That was
Mhm.
funny. I listened to the edit. Oh my god, it was so funny how that went down. But you're able to get 5. I think it was 6. We'll go with 6 because
I think 6 is about right.
And that's that happened. Tanith is pretty much in the same position he was. It's been a long day. He's kind of tired. The lift is being loaded up, and you guys are there.
Okay. Yeah, narrator. Were we supposed to wait for the captain? I can't remember.
As you're thinking,
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do? What am I? I just got people. I did my job. It's like good. The sun's going down. It's time for bed. You do see the captain approach with Nelder Durkoth, this dwarven man of elder age. You can see lots of white in his beard. Kind of walks with a limp in his right knee. You can see he has a cane as well. As he approaches, he seems to be chatting with
Make sure I
what's his
interrupt.
name, Ignavian. And just as Ignavian begins to speak and put his hand out to shake the man's hand, he starts. How does his first voice go again? He's the pirate guy. That's right. He says, "Well, Nelder, it's been good hanging and drinking tea. And
Captain!
Pardon me."
I got some recruits.
And that's when Nelder Durkoff kind of looks up at him. He says, "Recruits, eh? You didn't tell me you were going to be taking some people off of me farm. We might have to do some renegotiating." And then Ignavian just stares darts at you.
What? You asked me to get recruits. I got recruits. We got lots of recruits.
And you can just see him, his mouth kind of hanging open.
Hey, you old man, you want to join too? We got lots of room in our boat.
Am I nearby to this?
You're in the glade.
Yeah, you're in the
I'm
glade.
still in the
You're-
glade?
This
Okay.
is all happening while
Okay,
this is
perfect.
going on, yeah. And so
I got like the biggest, dumbest grin.
his mouth hanging open, and he looks down at Nelder, and Nelder doesn't shake his hand. And he says, Nelder then looks up at him and says, "Well, I guess you'll be spending the night then. Good." Load it up. Put your equipment on your ship, but you and your friends stay here for the night. We'd have to do some renegotiating. Ignavian and then Durkoff kind of just turns around.
Hey, does that mean you're going to join our crew?
He pays no attention to you whatsoever. And as he's walking, you can just see Ignavian walking up on you. Like, roll perception, Tanith.
11.
11. Okay,
I'm just-
well, what you can see as you're just kind of, rubbing your eyes, pushing the dust off of your brows there, and you can see just him kind of walking towards. Damn it! Him walking towards Beardo, yes, and as he's getting close, you can see Nani enter the picture and step right in front of him, and Ignavian kind of trips, his hands and balls and fists, and Nani just kind of looks up at him, and they lock eyes, and Nani keeps walking, and he looks up, and he puts his hands on his hips, and he raises his finger, and he's like, phew. Oh. He doesn't even make words, but you can see, you don't even have to roll perception. This man's angry for some reason. Rage, like you feel rage. And he stalks off into the darkness. Then,
I guess I gotta get more people.
then all of you guys can see, as you kind of walk up on this particular part now, you can see Nelder Durkoff walking off on his cane, limping on his right leg pretty heavily, towards this big house, this big white house, I guess. Call it white. I don't think I described it last time. Walking towards this big white house. And he turns back and kind of leans on his other leg and raises his cane to say something, and then he sees Nani. And then his mouth just drops. And he puts his cane down and he kind of waddles up. And you can see him wincing every time he walks on his right leg. And he says, her and him begin conversing. And they're about, 50 feet off or so. You can't exactly hear. The wind has begun to pick up. And they begin to talk. And then in no time, they're hand in hand, arm in arm, walking back to the manor. And then Ignavian is there. This is a few minutes past. They load up the rest of the equipment. These 5 or 6 guys come by, and Ignavian orders them down with the equipment to load up the small boats, to load it to the big boats, and to pass. And he passes off a note as well, and he tells them, "Take this to Abigail, and you better run because she ain't gonna like what's on it." And they take off. You can hear the lift begin to wind down as you can hear the wind picking up some more. And that's where we're going to continue. Everybody is kind of there except Naimeen. I'm going to say, where are you headed after that debacle?
Where am I going?
Well, you live in the big house with your father, the big white manor on the coast's edge.
I'm probably just heading back there.
Eating this peach, and it's just in season. It's it's leaking all over your
Nice.
hand. Your fingertips are sticky,
Good peach.
and you can see on the right-hand side, down beside the glade. You kind of look out. There's torches lit down by the water. There's that's right. On this Mile High Isle, you haven't been there. I should explain it to you.
Yeah, please.
It's basically this butte sticking out of the ocean, and on the top of it, it's about a mile high up in the air, whatever they estimate, and it's just like this little road to Avonlea kind of community. There's a big lighthouse. You can see a bunch of houses in the middle. There's a small kind of pond that kind of formed where there was an indent in the top of it, and they planted the glade and have the orchard there, and there's lots of garden areas. You see lots of chickens everywhere. Now, I don't know if your character likes chickens, but they are everywhere. It's
She
what you
doesn't
guys
like
have, and they're kind of like half a turkey, so they're big chicken,
they're
kind of
big
like Chanticleer, kind of like that. Yeah, that's right. Drop
She
that
likes the
farmer knowledge,
chickens.
Kale.
Good job.
And
She probably finds them a little bit annoying sometimes. But
they're constantly going. They're quiet at night, but
Yeah.
they're constantly going all the time. It's
She
It's
doesn't
always
hate
in
them.
the background. I should have had a track here for chickens going
Yeah,
in
it's
the
just
background
chickens.
all the time. Yep, basically. And in there, you can see all these torches lit around because there's this small kind of rock mound placed in the middle of it, and there's these rock steps that lead out towards it. And there is the shrine. That's where in this realm there are 8 gods.
I'm gonna go over to the little altar instead. I'm not going home.
Sorry.
I'm not going home. I'm going over to the little altar.
Okay. As you walk down there, it's getting pretty dark out between the torches, but you have dark vision, you said, so it's no problem at all. As you get closer, you can see a woman clad in armor. She has this long brown hair and the emerald inlay in her armor gleams from that torchlight,
Ooh.
and she's kneeling before Karath. And before you approach, she begins to stand up and walk over the stone steps away from there. And she begins to walk back into town in the direction that you're coming.
Okay. So I'm going in the same direction that she. Well, we're not going in the same direction. But we're gonna walk.
Yeah, you're
Like, pass
walking
by
there,
each
and
other.
she's walking away.
Do I know who she is?
You can only assume that she's one of the people that were on the ship. You can only assume. She's all dressed in armor. Nobody dresses in armor around here.
Yeah.
Like this. There's leather armor. Maybe someone has a breastplate or some chainmail, but nothing like this. Roll history. Yeah, roll history for me. Nice save.
That's 11 without proficiency bonus.
11.
So
I'll give it a DC 10. That makes sense. You would be aware that she's some form of the Emerald Guard. You think you've heard some sailors talk about it in Delron. There's basically their military is called the Emerald Guard, and it must be that. You've never really seen one in person, but that's if you could only imagine.
can I ask who she is?
As she passes,
Yeah. I'm like, hey, who are you?
Ah.
I've never seen you around here before.
she kind of stops. She seemed to have something on her mind, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, well, I don't know. My name is Lex. I'm sorry to be so rude, but I gotta go." And she kind of starts walking away.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep going to the little altar then.
Of course, you go down to
That's
the
a-
altar.
Dead end.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, what do you want me to call you by? Do you want to keep that middle name a secret for now, or it's up to you?
Well, we can go by the middle name now.
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe I'm like trusting enough of random people being on this island that I'm like, okay.
Sounds good.
I'll use the name I like.
Your father's definitely going to call you by Naimine. It's like your proper name.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
a proper man, or a proper dwarf, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so okay, we're going to go with that. So, Miri,
Yes.
you make your way down to the shrine, the pantheon. This small, it only fits in about a 5-foot square area. You've heard of other shrines, other pantheons that were massive, just gigantic, where their whole wings were dedicated to one particular god. But this is yours, and you go down there. The torches kind of flicker. Once you get into the torchlight, you can't see any further out than the lake. All you can see is water. It's so dark now, and your dark vision doesn't penetrate the darkness once you're within there. But as you look out, you can see only water reaching as far as your vision can go. It's the only place where you feel restricted by your vision at one particular time or another. You can see as the effigies of the 8 gods that are current to this world. You walk by the first one, Anra, the god of mercy, hope, and forgiveness. You can see this wooden kind of, almost if a druid had made it, kind of woven in the shape of a dove, sitting upon a wooden altar. We then go to Feldera, where you can see a heart, kind of made with the same technique, but this time there's these flowers, these roses, and different other beautiful flowers growing in it. And even in the darkness here, you can see these flowers are vibrant and thriving. carafe, you can see a plain stone eye, half in darkness and half in light. The shading on one side is done with incredible work with the chisel and the hammer. Keldron, and it's still Keldron. You can see a hand of 3 claws, also hewn from dark black stone. Its claws painted in red. It seems to be fading. Delron. For Delron, all you can see is a withered wooden table. On top of this withered wooden table is just this small plant, but it's a tree of pine, black pine, and it's only a sapling, but it will not grow any further than 6 inches. It just stays there, but it stays alive and still remains. For Nerile, with Neriles, the next one, you see a bowl of water just perched on a wooden stand. Oros, the god of war, has a sword and shield stacked up upon another wooden stand. Other weapons decorate the area: axes, daggers. You can see other weird things, brass knuckles. You can see horns and bones scattered about. But different than yesterday, some of them are missing.
Oh.
You know, this is a thing. Some things just go missing. Maybe it's someone stealing them if that's what you think. But some people also believe that the gods summon them away when and whenever they decide to grant whatever request you made. Brynhilda, you can see this same wooden woven stand, but the stand seems to be sprouting with life, with different plants from all over the place. You can even see fruit that you can't grow here, and you may even pluck off one of the strawberries and eat it. It's delicious. It's perfectly ripe, and in moments you can see the new bud forming again, leaves budding out the flower.
Cool.
And then it turns the strawberries white and black, and then eventually ripens again, replacing it. You feel full. You have benefited from the goodberry, from the goodberry trait. So you got a full meal for the next 24 hours. You don't need to eat anything. Not saying you don't have to, but it's all pleasure at this point. That's what you see.
Okay. After I take a moment to contemplate and maybe like gaze out at the water, and then I finally head back to the house after that.
Okay. And some time passes. So after Ignavian shakes off this rage and this anger, you can see him just visibly maybe talking to himself, trying to talk himself down. He kind of comes back and he says, well, it looks like we're going to have to spend the night, his teeth gritted. And he looks around, his eyes kind of hold on you for a moment, then they pass on again.
I completely ignore it.
Yep, of course.
Yeah.
And he looks over at you, Tanith, and he says, well, I hope they got a bed big enough for you. Kind of exhaling.
Yeah, if not, I can sleep on the ground. Wouldn't be the first time.
And then that's when kind of Lex kind of walks up into the picture, and he just kind of looks at her, and her face is just filled with dread. And he just kind of nods, and she doesn't even kind of respond. She just kind of stands there. And one of the while you guys are kind of talking about that, Miri, you get back to the house, back to the manor. You go in the front door, and it's warm in here. There's a fire lit, almost too warm, you would say. And you can hear this laughing and carrying on from your father, which doesn't happen to you. Haven't heard him laugh in a very long time. And as you kind of walk in the first room on the right there, the parlor, the fire is roaring more than you've ever seen it before. It's not good to use so much wood. You know, this wood is a very high commodity on this island here. And first of all, you're just like, oh, that's so much money.
Yeah.
And you can see your dad, Nelder's sitting there. There's a bottle of whiskey, one of the oldest bottle of whiskey you guys have on the island, and there's this woman dressed in these shawls of all different colors. Her dress, you can see, is maybe kind of got some static, and you can see petticoats of all different colors as well, and all different ages and all different wear and tear of all of them. And you can see that she has taken off some of them. And on the roll perception for me.
19.
19, you can see one of them, this white, completely clean, looks like it's brand new, like it was just reeded together. No, woven, as it was just woven and placed here, brand new. And you can see this this crystal charm on it, this quartz, and it just is immaculate condition, kind of hanging over one of the chairs inside.
Huh.
And as you see that, do you walk in?
Yeah.
As you walk in, what was that last perception?
19.
19. You could also, I'm going to roll that over to the situation here. This woman sitting down is a dwarf, but she doesn't have a beard, but you can tell, you know that she's a dwarf, and it blows your mind because there hasn't been a dwarf on the island since before you were born. And you will know of stories that no dwarf has ever come back on this island since the first shipwreck when you guys were here. Not you guys, your father and that crew. But that's going back almost 200 years. And it's a dwarf. Even though she has no beard, perhaps she shaved. Maybe with a 19, you can tell that a razor has never touched her face. And Nelder notices you there after, and it kind of stops off the conversation, and as he's talking about, just happens to be talking about the shipwreck. And he looks up and he goes, look at her, it's unbelievable.
Where's she from?
And she kind of looks up and doesn't say much. She says, prison. Then he talks up and he says, well, we all have our colored past, of course, but can you believe it? It's a dream come true. I didn't think I would ever see one in my weaning years. And he says, would you mind getting the staff together? I think we should have a celebration. Invite all the Ignavian's crew. Oh, I'm fucking the voice up again. Hold on.
You're so excited.
Yeah, you're so overcome with
so
passion.
excited. Yeah,
and
he feels like a young man. That's
yeah.
right. He feels like a young man. He says, and he continues,
Invigorated.
we should have a party. Invite even Ignavian's crew. Get them all here, and I think it would be a great. We have to celebrate. This is momentous.
Okay. Don't put any more wood on that fire. This place is gonna burn down before you get your party.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you, lass.
I just like stand there for a second, and I'm like, all right, and then I just leave. And I go get people for this party because there's a dwarf from prison in our house.
All right. So, and you go. You can hear that he starts chatting up again. They start talking.
I'm like, I don't
She's
even
like,
want to be in there right now. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the place is gonna burn.
the sexual tension is thick.
I'm not going in there.
Horny old man.
It has to be for him to be like, oh yeah, she's from prison and she's not telling me anything else incredible. Like,
Apparently, it runs in the family.
Oh man, there you go. And so you fervently get out of the house, and you head outside. You can see a group of these people. It must be definitely the people from the ship that your father was talking about, Ignavian's vessel. He's been here. It's been a while, but he's been here before within your lifetime. Maybe once or twice even. And they seem to be discussing things. That same woman is there that you've seen, but she
Right.
looks kind of looking off in the one direction, not really paying attention.
there's a party at the manor. There's a dwarf. Not my father. Some other. I don't want to go back there alone.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody that's there.
Oh, okay. You keep up with?
She approaches you
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
forgot to say, I was just assuming I was right there.
Maybe you're practicing on the way up. With
Yeah.
the
Well,
same-
I thought
Like,
I
Psych yourself up, like-
Doesn't realize
I'm like, how do I explain this?
well, I thought you were in the distance still. I was like, who are you
Maybe you
talking
can.
to?
Maybe
Yeah.
I am in the
Yeah,
I
we're
am in the
standing-
distance, and
we're-
I'm just like hyping myself up. I'm like, okay, how do
Are
I
you
explain
okay
this
over
situation?
there?
What?
And then I actually tell you
That was great.
after backpedaling it.
You just came out your front step and saw people in the distance. That's what I thought happened. Like, all right, you surprised by the
I don't
answer
know,
you
yeah.
get here?
No, I like that better, honestly, than me just walking close enough and being like, "Hey, party."
Well, if you walk close enough, you would have seen this guy.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like,
Things are about to get
I did. I assumed I just didn't care.
awkward.
My desire to not go back into my house. That's like
outweighs the desire to not care.
Yeah,
for the
I'm like-
situation.
there's a dwarf from prison in my house and it's almost on fire from them putting too much wood. Like I'm like, I don't have it in me to care right now. There's too much going on.
That's so exciting.
All right.
Should have just stayed in the woods.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Oh, hello again.
Yeah,
Who are you?
Mary.
She's
Dan's
been
never seen you
following me
before in his
around.
life.
Well,
Very
I
large.
haven't been following him. Not recently. No, not recently. There's a party.
Is there cake?
There could be.
Good question.
Well,
Impromptu.
little cake is not a party.
Well,
Do you have a cake person here?
do I have a cake person?
They're probably an Eth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the more motherly of the bunch.
Can I go find her and ask her if there's cake?
Yeah, you have to go to the manor, I'm assuming, to find her. She'd probably be around there somewhere.
Possibly.
I walk. Okay, I say, I'll go make sure there's cake and we'll be at your party. And I literally walk into the
Why is there
mansion.
suddenly a party?
Okay. You have
There's a
this.
dwarf in my house from prison. I don't know who she is.
Your father went to prison?
No,
that's-
some woman.
Oh, it's our dwarf.
Yeah, it's Donnie.
Oh,
Oh, you know her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
is
her.
a frying pan out?
Short, no beard,
Yeah.
lots of petticoats.
You've seen the frying pan propped up in the corner.
That is who. That
This-
is who you're describing. I asked who she was, and well, I asked where she was from, and she just said prison.
No, that's accurate.
Yeah, that tracks.
As you walk in, same thing. You the fire is roaring. It's so hot in here, way too hot. As you walk in, you can see Nani. You briefly you were on the ship with her for maybe 2.5 weeks, I think, something like that.
So I walk in clueless, ignoring the other guy because it's his house. And I completely ignore. Hey, Donnie, you seen the cake maker here?
And she just blinks at you. Roll insight.
Nope.
Six.
I'm gonna,
Champ.
I'm gonna let Nani's fashion stand. She's just gonna blink at you. Above game, she's blinking like, "Are you seriously asking me who's the cake maker?"
Through her.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Nani.
No,
She's blinking at you through the inch-thick
Okay.
profile
Yep.
glasses that make
Okay,
her
then I
eyes
start
look like
wandering around the
saucers.
house.
And they're sweating too.
I just start wondering. I start
Can you
wondering.
really tell if she's blinking?
Okay, Naughty, have fun.
It's like a shutter.
Yeah.
I wander
Oh my
around the house
God.
looking for. Did you tell me the name before? Edith? Edith?
No, I didn't.
No,
No,
I
you
just
didn't.
said that there was
as
one.
I'm just
as-
looking for a cake maker.
As you begin to walk in, he stands up and he kind of waddles over. You can see, even with the bad tongue, his knee is out of sorts. And he kind of walks up and he says, "Oh, what can I help you with, boy?"
Oh, you're the girl up there, Nina?
Naimi, my
Naimi.
daughter. Yes.
Yes.
What about her?
She said there was a party, and I asked if she was.
Yes,
I asked if there was
there's a
cake, and she said she didn't know. She told me to go ask the cake. I asked if she's a cake maker. She said there's one in the mansion. So I went to go ask if there's a cake.
cake maker. And then you hear from the back, cake, and then you see Nani stand up and walk out of a different exit in the parlor, and she disappears. And he says,
Not
he
in.
says, what's he? No, where you go? And then he turns around and walks away from you.
I let him go. I walk after Nani.
Okay, so you're both following Nani.
No, not anymore. No, actually, now that I realize that, I
If he
start
clo-
wandering around somewhere else.
Did he
Sounds-
close the door behind him on his way in?
No.
Probably
Can we
not.
see this from?
You're not be able to see the whole
Yeah,
interaction.
no, probably not, because it's in the parlors, kind of to the
Okay.
right. So, but you keep going, walking by the stairs,
Mhm.
and as you go by, you can the corridor,
Just
the
watch him
hallway
walk in.
opens up into
No,
a
he
larger
walks in.
dining room that you can fit like 10 or 12 people at. Like it's a big house.
Mhm.
And you look to the right, there's another double archway that's wide open, and in there you can see Nani standing in the middle of this immaculate marble kitchen.
Okay.
And he kind of walks in behind her, and he's saying, "Well, what are you looking for?" And she turns around and she says, "Cake," and nods at him. And then you can see her starting to get to work, and his hands go up, and he's like, "Cake." That's a weird accent.
What do you mean, cake? Cake? What you mean, cake?
He puts his hands up in the air and he says, "Cake." And
He's
then-
gone back to being serious. He's no longer.
I look at him and go, Nani can be a little weird at times. Time in jail kind of made her have interesting motivations.
He hears you and he looks back at her, looks back at you, and he says, "Oh, you found your cake maker. Get out of my house.
Okay, I thought you want us back.
Get out of my house. Find somewhere else to go.
You said there was a party.
There will be a party, but not yet. Just get out of my house."
I come back, I walk out of the house. Hey guys, there's gonna be cake. Nani's making it. Oh boy.
And as you bellow out that, there are several other people walking around with torches in the dark, townsfolk and everything like that. And they kind of perk up and they say, looking around, and they kind of nod. You can hear a bit of churning of voices and things like that. And then, a few of them come up and they actually talk to Naimeen and ask her if it's, is it what he said? Is it what he said is true? Are we having a party?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how big? What am I breaking out? You're talking to Dugan. He's the basically the quartermaster.
Right.
He says, what am I breaking out here? He's talking to you because you really run the company. Your father's a figurehead, but he makes some bizarre decisions. Bizarre decisions.
So, what specifically is he asking me? I'm confused. What's he asking me about?
Well, how much wine? Or 1 cake, 2 cakes, 3 cakes, the whole thing? What do you want? Hot food, cold food, or is it a big celebration?
Solid size kilogram.
It'll probably be big.
Recommendation: 4 kegs.
One for me.
Then at least 4.
Okay, I'll
You
get
know,
to
one
it then.
just for that big lad.
You hear him hollering out to other people, calling out different names, and someone else comes up. This is Corlin. You know, let's see, Mary. You know him as Corlin. You're perhaps romantically entangled with this guy. He comes up. He's one of the head captains for your father, and you know he's kind of on the same wavelength as you. And he puts his arm around your back and he says, "What's going on?"
There's a dwarf. Not my father. She came on the ship. He's completely enthralled by her. And apparently she's making cake now.
That's plenty of distraction.
It is.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
Okay.
And he kind of moves off in the dark with his torch. You guys can see shortly after that fires begin to prop up in different areas of the island there, and you can see the same row of houses off in the distance on the one of the upper edges around the farms there, and you guys can hear some music begin to arise. You guys have lost sight of Lex. She's gone off into the dark with the hustle and bustle of everybody being out. And the party does ensue. Food is served. I'm gonna roll for that, and that's look at that, everybody. That's a natural 20. As it comes, as it goes. The food is amazing. You can see several chickens. You can visibly see the lack of chickens on the farm because they're all on the table.
Excellent.
Who's
There.
paying for all this?
And as you see that, you can
My father.
as you say that, you can see several people be like, "Oh, I don't know, but it's certainly we're gonna feel it at the end of the day." But they do take they do take it in. They do put on out 4 kegs all up on these wooden stands by the fire. Music begins to ensue more so, and the party gets in rhythm. Now, tell me where you guys would kind of be at the party, and then we'll get into some crazy shit.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm almost done my liquor.
Salazar would probably be grabbing a drink, and
It's all ale, the same, almost. It's just past its prime. It's still good, but you can tell, another couple months,
Salazar's going to have a single drink and realize how it tastes, and will
Yeah.
not touch another one.
Yeah.
sounds good. You would
He's too
know,
refined.
Dugan is a very skimpy man. He cuts corners where
Yeah.
he can, and he's not going to throw anything out. He doesn't have to. It's how he kept his
So
job.
I am avoiding the ale because I know exactly.
I've definitely taken a whole chicken to myself.
There you go.
I was just
Good.
saying it. It's in my coat.
Oh,
probably
off you go.
Yeah,
Road
yeah.
food.
I'm just drifting around, seeing if I can insert myself into any situations that will
Of course.
cause strife,
Oh, of course, of course.
and then I can blame that on my father because it's his party. It's not my party. If he didn't want this to happen, he should have been. He shouldn't have had a party.
Salazar's
Of
actually
course.
going to approach her.
You were a middle child, weren't you?
Maybe. Would I have been? Or
Let's roll
Were
a
you
D3.
okay.
All right, roll a D6 for me. 1, 2, you're the first. 3, 4, you're the middle. 5, 6, you're the latest.
2.
Okay, so you were the firstborn. Makes sense because
Makes
you
sense.
think this exactly.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
You're in
Okay, buddy,
control,
how's it
and
going?
you want attention because you're not getting the attention you used to.
As soon as the other kid was born,
Oh, this will be
I was
perfect
like
for what I'm
nothing.
going to do.
as soon as the other kid was born,
Making plans.
he did not pay attention to me. Doesn't help that all the other kids appear far more dwarven than I do.
Oh no, all of them actually. It's the same thing for
Oh,
all of
really?
them. Yep.
Oh.
You know
None of them.
that all your family. Anith is a human, straight up, and your
Maybe he just doesn't like me in particular.
is also another human. They're both humans. You're the only. Yeah, you're
I'm
the
the
only
only
high
elf.
elf there.
Your mother must have been a hell of a woman.
He doesn't like elves. That's why he did.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
This inner hatred
Yeah.
turned outward.
The relationship went too long. Elves and dwarves live too long for that.
I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. Hey, there you go. You got it.
My name's Salazar, by the way.
Whoa.
Man, enough.
My
Sorry,
actual name is
Yeah,
Mary.
I'm stuck around that way.
Go on,
Well,
go on.
No,
Yeah,
that's my
go
middle
on.
name.
Go
It's
over
just
there, though, eh? Yeah, you gotta go over there. Go
What's
on.
your actual name?
No, go on.
I'm
Go on, my
Mary.
friend. Go on, please.
Man,
But
enough.
I prefer to go by Mary.
Okay. Mary it is.
Enough. Go lay down. Go lay down.
Naturally, my desire to go by that name is something my father doesn't respect.
Your name must be Dwarvish then.
To be honest, I don't know.
Never left this rock.
Nope.
You go outside. Go pee.
I can't imagine a circumstance where I would have been able to leave.
No, he would never allow you to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has.
So
And
the
you
best
would know-
life I can have for
Were
myself
we all-
is for him to
Were we
die.
all told
and so
for
that I
people,
can take
or was it
control of
just
it.
him that was told for
Oh,
people?
everybody. I'm pretty sure. He
You wanna leave
definitely
the
took
island?
up the flag for sure, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We can make that happen.
I mean, the only option I have on this island is to take over my father's business. So of course I want to do that. It's the only way that I could live.
That's the glass ceiling. That's as far as you can go. Yeah.
Salazar's gonna start fake snoring to the idea of that.
Sorry?
Salazar will start fake snoring to the idea of her taking over the island. Snooze fest. You're just in charge.
I mean, it would be boring, but
Life of adventure.
My whole life, that's been the only option.
Or in our case, life of month-long boat rides.
Could be worse. Could be 6-month-long boat rides when you're dealing with disease every day.
How do you feel about boats and long journey?
Roll a history for me, Salazar.
Would I have ever been on a boat?
I'm gonna say no. He never
Yeah.
left you off the island.
Yeah, I've never been off the island. I've never been on a boat. I have never done
History,
anything.
you say?
You may have swam
that's not
in the
good.
little pond.
Yeah. I know how to swim, but I don't know.
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay, that's fine. No worries.
Okay. And no modifier to that. Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
I can roll a 0.
There you go. All right. So these two seem to be where. So where are the rest of you guys? So I imagine you're with Salazar. Naimine kind of comes up, or Miri kind of comes up and starts having a very cheeky conversation with him about getting on the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not being
just picks
stuck
up
on
a-
a
just
rock
picks
in
up
the
a whole
ocean.
chicken, and it's a large chicken, and just bites it in half.
Salazar
It-
is pulling a chicken from his pocket,
and
just
it-
nodding.
It's a large chicken.
Wait, it's
Like,
in, you're
a
putting it
small
in your
turtle.
pocket or taking it out?
It's in my coat. It's
Oh,
been in my
nice,
coat. I'm
alright.
ripping pieces out of it every once in a while.
Tan, do you have any ale?
Yeah, I got a mug of it.
And it's
Or like-
small in your hand. They don't have a big cup.
Yeah.
They just don't. So it
Sorry,
is-
we don't have any cups bigger.
Yeah, it's okay.
He's got a chicken in his full hand and his cup in like one finger. So to paint the picture, Tanith is a large creature.
Yes.
He looks like an. Explain yourself to her, Tanith.
Take a dragonborn,
Mhm.
make more draconic. The top of his head is 8.5 feet, but to the top of his horns is 10 foot. And his scales are kind of a lot blacker than they used to be, even though he's technically blue.
And the electricity.
And you know who Nicobolus is from Magic the Gathering?
No.
Well, he's got some very distinctly shaped horns.
Okay.
Tanith has similar ones that have every so often it's like a Jacob's ladder with the electrical arc.
Oh,
between them.
okay, yeah, cool.
And every now and again,
He's a Tesla.
they go down that same arc will arc down in the spines on his back.
Hmm.
You know what a honing rod looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Huh.
And that's
Except with horns.
to put it in perspective. That's what you see. So he's got this chicken, and it's a big chicken. You know it is, but it just fits in his hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't look big, but then he's got this even tinier cup.
To me, that full chicken is like I would need like 6 of them, and then it's the equivalent of me eating like some chicken tendies. That's Tanith.
So
with,
all
like,
three of you
full
guys
chicken.
are tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'5".
And I'm like 5'5".
There you go.
Salazar's just
Sure.
slightly eating a chicken
You're
from
like
his
at
pocket.
Tanith's
He's
like
not
the
worried
bottom
about
of his rib cage.
Yeah, I'm.
It's very awkward.
How close is he to the ceiling? In the manor.
You're not in the
I'm
manor.
outside.
Yeah, he usually doesn't go in
Oh,
things.
I don't think I can get through that door.
Okay,
You're just
I
standing
brought you
outside.
out a chicken.
You're talking to us
That's
through
why
the
I grabbed the
windows.
chicken at first.
The
You
ship,
guys are on the balcony. He's standing on the
Yeah,
ground beside
yeah,
the
yeah.
I'm tossing him down chicken.
So
Yeah.
he's actually at eye level.
I'm
We're
gonna say
at level with each other.
I'm gonna say you guys are down at one of the major fire pits down by the effigies
Oh, okay.
to the gods. Down there, you can just kind of see. Well, you can see the whole thing. There's torches now all around the rim of the water, so you can see all the water, all the effigies, and out about 20 or 40 feet. There's a fire on each of the 3 corners of the circle. And that's kind of where you guys are. Beardo, get you in here. You see all this.
Perfect. So where are we? Are we in like a hall? Or...
No, you're outside.
We're
It's an
outside.
outdoor.
Yeah.
The wind is up. It's kind of chilly with the
Okay.
wind, but the
Do I
fire's
see candles?
candles.
Yeah. First off, is there any candles?
Torches. I'm gonna
Just
say,
torches.
yeah. I mean, if you were in this, you will if you go inside somewhere to have candles, but
Okay.
torches all outside.
All right. I will not do that part then. All right. Do the cake? Do I see the cake?
Not yet. Not yet. It's still main course.
Don't
You're
worry.
ruining my plan.
We're getting
Sorry.
through the chickens.
All right.
Lead up to it. I'll mix it in.
I need candles and I need a cake because someone needs a happy birthday and invited me to a party.
Okay.
So I'm going around and I'm looking for snacks.
Yep. You see chicken. You see. Oh, that's right. Aside from the chicken,
Yeah.
there's like beets, potatoes, a bunch of root vegetables. There's fruit. You can see freshly squeezed this big this big
Bowl of punch.
bowl of punch. Exactly.
Delicious.
There, it's this.
Well,
I think
there's
we
a
did, yeah.
popcorn right in front of the.
Oh,
Okay. So I have my javelin, and I just start putting meat on it like a kebab.
Oh my God! Yes.
Kebab, see fruit. I just
Fantastic.
go around,
Yeah.
and I load up my javelin blade, which is
Amazing.
yay long,
Amazing.
and then I go over to her Tana for the bar, and hey guys.
Interesting idea.
You can see.
And I actually put a whole chicken on this.
Of course. Oh, no doubt.
But that's
Absolutely.
because I know
I-
it's my buddy Tanith will
I
need
agree.
another chicken.
I imagine 3. I imagine you put 3 whole chickens on there.
Sure,
That's
why
what
Yeah,
not?
I was thinking there was a lot.
Fantastic.
And when he runs out, I'll just hand him another one. As I eat the other bacon and crap with it. So then,
Amazing. There you go.
Mhm.
That's exactly how I could picture you guys. That's perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys are kind of all there, and you guys kind of eat. You're perhaps talking about things, and then off in the distance, roll perception for me, guys. Everybody.
Not one.
Natural 20. Ooh.
Yeah, mine's
19.
18 plus 3,
18.
so I'm 21.
I've got the
18,
whole
19, 21, 20.
we all just have to be looking the
We're
right
on
way.
it
You know, the
today.
good thing is it's for a completely insignificant part of the game. So you guys all
We'll notice something that
can,
doesn't matter.
can hear it. The talking of Durkov, and he says, "Bring it this way. Bring it this way. Get it over. I'll get it over. Bring it this way. Bring it this way. Yes, yes. Come on, come on." As you guys can see, four men on each end of this palanquin, kind of like a palanquin, but it's holding this cake, and it's this. Since you rolled unnatural 20, it is this, 12-layer cake. The base is probably about 1 meter wide, and it just goes up ever so slightly every single time, and it is immaculate. There are candles, these beeswax candles lined up all across it, just like a Christmas tree, but I mean way more than that. Only an inch apart of going around the whole thing, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And you can see Nani in the background, her hands kind of crossed, this big smile on her face. You notice with all of those rolls that she's not wearing her shawl, the white one with the crystal in it, or the piece of quartz in it. Sorry. And she got her hands clasped, and she's walking next to Nelda Durkov, and she's kind of got her arm on his. Her hands are clasped as they're walking.
Gross.
And inner monologue.
Yeah. I just watch it and I'm like, ugh.
And he says,
I'm the
as
oldest.
he,
I've seen it happen like 100 times.
"That's true. You've seen it happen at least twice successfully to make other children."
Yeah.
As you watch-
Unsuccessfully.
Well, we don't speak of it.
I prefer not to think about it.
It's good. The walls aren't that thick in the house.
Yeah.
As kind of walks up to the
one
table
I
where
remember.
there is still a plentiful amount of chickens and not much room on there, and he says, "Come on, eat the chickens, get them off the table."
I start throwing
I can only eat so quickly.
tossing them to Tana.
I just feel like I just got like a handful of like 4 chickens. It's like,
One on each finger.
Yeah.
Start throwing them to Bardo.
I can only eat so quickly.
Other people too come and
You
grab
watching?
some, and some space
Yeah, I
moves.
guess.
Someone takes the punch bowl and kind of slides it over, and they put this.
You take some of the chickens and
Immaculate
feed them
cake.
to the chicken.
And they, oh, that's gross.
Chicken eats chicken.
Chicken cannibalism.
Chicken is
Maybe that's why they're
They'll
so
do
big.
it.
Oh yeah, they will.
Oh, yeah.
Chickens are pure evil.
They are, absolutely.
And they put the cake down, and it looks immaculate. You can see this cake in shades of white, yellow, and pink as it kind of goes all the way up to the top.
Ooh.
That's right. He's going to say something. He says, "Oh, would you look at this? Everybody out again." And he's got this smile on his face that you haven't seen in forever. And he says, "It is my pleasure to announce that I'm getting married." And he gestures over to Nani.
No.
And she has the big smile on her face, even gets bigger, and her hands clasp even more. And he says, "This woman, Asta Fireheart is what she said. She only said it once. I think that's what it was. But we're getting married." And he's kind of speechless, and she kind of walks up and just nods and smiles.
Salazar staring at me with this shit eating.
I thought it was Nani.
That's what we called her. That doesn't mean that's what her name was.
Rather quick, isn't he?
And
Isn't he quick? Isn't she quick?
Yeah.
and then we
They
have
do say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Are they cutting the cake?
no. We're just gonna. We haven't lit it yet.
Okay.
Okay. So as
You're like, "What? Come on, I want the cake."
I want to do this out of the blue, but really it's not going to happen.
Nelder Durkoff pulls out something from his from the inside of his jacket. It's just this looks like this little metal medallion, and he kind of presses it and he speaks this word, Emelf. He says, and as you can see, this here's what it is. And this fire, this small stream of fire goes and swings down to the base of the cake, and he kind of moves his hand around and it kind of swirls up and up and up and catches each one of the candles on fire. And then he kind of puts it back in his coat, puts his hands out, and he says, "Tonight we will celebrate." And he grabs a jug, one of the mugs of ale that looks normal size in his hand, bigger if not because he's a shorter dwarf, and chugs the whole damn thing in and throws the cup in the air, and everybody else around him does the same thing and throws their cups in the air. And then there's some cheering, and then you can even hear people around him be like, "What the hell's going on? This morning we were out of money and not making any profit. He was going to fire all of us." Anyway,
He did also vaguely threaten me.
it's true. I think he knows your position, kind of thing. That you want what you want, and he's kind of the only barrier in the way.
Yeah.
So there's natural how do you say it, competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens.
We're going to cut a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And first, if you do that, and Nelder says, "Wait, boy, wait. We have to blow out the candles.
You sure?
You
What
can
about the
help
birthday
if you
girl?
want to. It takes.
What about the birthday girl?
What are you
I'm
talking
ignoring
about?
him and cutting cake. And saying, "There's the birthday girl. She's got to blow out the candle."
He kind of looks around. Do you guys know anything? Is it somebody's birthday? By
Excuse
some
my
random
friend here,
bloke?
he's not.
It's
He's not
Nina's.
right.
It's Nina's birthday. She said it was her party. Oh, sir,
Nina. Who is Nina?
I'm gonna mess up her name every single time.
Yeah.
Her, your daughter.
It's not her birthday.
What? Why would you say it was a party for you?
I didn't say it was a party for me.
He
Oh.
walks up to
Said
him, he
it was a
pats you on
party.
the shoulder. It's okay. It's okay, bud.
Okay,
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Have your cake. Blow out the candles on your cake.
I've never had a birthday.
We can pretend it's
Happy
your
birthday, Berto.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Happy birthday!
And in the crowd, every roll persuasion with advantage since both of you clapped and did that.
We got a 9
performance
plus 2, so I got 11.
Okay.
or persuasion?
But I did have advantage.
Persuasion? That's a
Roll again.
dirty 20.
Did you only roll one dice?
Yeah.
We'll roll it again.
All right.
It's advantage.
No, it's worse that
Dirty
time.
20.
A dirty 20. Okay. So that you kind of come up with a clap behind, but he's
Yeah, you
know,
started.
cheering out.
You started.
No, no,
it.
no,
Then
I'm
Mr.
I was the
Wade
second
kinda
one to
comes
start.
through.
But by the time I
Woo!
started, I was like, yeah,
Cheers
hell
all the way
yeah.
around.
Oh,
My mage hands and also
Guys.
started clapping so
Yeah.
vigorously.
Berto is in
Of course.
tears right now. It's if you know his backstory of how he was treated, he's actually seen birthdays. Everyone had birthdays except Berto.
Roll,
Every single one.
roll percentile for me, please.
Do you even know what day it is?
You don't even know
Today now. 88.
88.
Mhm.
You truly believe it is your birthday as the winds pick up and swirl around you, blowing out all the candles in repetition all the way up to the top and blowing out your candles last. What do you think in your mind right now? What would be your first thought, your first...
I wish I could use my magic better.
Thank you for watching the Death Needs Dialogue Entertainment Network. This has been The Depths of Felthan, Season 2, Episode 10, A Wedding, a Birthday, and a Funeral. Part A.